What's up, everybody? Welcome to Human Innovation Tarot. My name is Eddie with Imagine Life Development Center, here to do an energy love check-in reading for my Aquarians out there. If you're new to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you click the like, share, and subscribe button for me. All the other information you need to know is in the description box below. Also, you can hit the bell notification icon, and hopefully YouTube will notify you when I go live. You can come join me for a free live tarot reading, and would love to see you guys there. And also, something I'm going to do on this reading for you guys, and this is obviously going to be for the next 30 days as we've gone into, or about to go into November, Scorpio season. At the end of the reading, I'm going to pull a couple of career cards. I know some of you guys would like to know about career, money, and finances and all of that. So I'll pull that at the end. And as I get the cards pulled here for you guys in regards to love and romance, also, just want to let you guys know that when I started this channel, it was never my intention to basically just copy what everybody else does on YouTube. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's a lot of really talented tarot readers. You know, obviously, I watch, I have a few that I subscribe to and I watch that are really good that I like. But I wanted to do something different. I wanted to bring something different to the table, besides just copying everybody else. I just don't think that YouTube needs another tarot reader doing the same thing. So what I've basically have done, or what I'm going to do more of in the future, is when I do live tarot readings, sometimes I get channeled messages for the collective. And so while I'm answering a question for the person, that I'm doing the reading for, because it is a free live reading, sometimes other messages come through for the collective, right? And sometimes those messages are, I'm just being the channel, but sometimes those messages are profound. Even to me, they're profound. And so I've recorded those and I've uploaded those separately, to the channel, so you can see those posted, or you'll start to see those being posted. And hopefully you guys will enjoy those videos and that type of content, because that's what I feel most called to do moving forward. And so the cool part about that is that just means I'll be going live more often to get those, to kind of kill two birds with one stone. I get to interact with people, I get to answer questions, get to do live readings for people, which I know you guys like, but also get channel messages that come through. So, and for me, it's more enjoyable for me. But anyways, just thought I'd give you guys a heads up on that. And like I said, every once in a while, when I feel like I need to, obviously, I'll still hop on and do these types of readings. But let's take a look. Let's see what's coming up for you guys here in love and romance. Let's see where you guys are at. So just first off, we do have the moon card at the bottom of the deck, which is Cancer, Pisces energy. So you could be dealing with the Cancer or Pisces. You don't have to be, but I'm just calling out the main energy that I see, the major arcana. Let me take a look at a few of the cards underneath that. I feel like you guys could be moving on from something. You could also be a little confused right now. Something could be ending, or could have ended recently. Either way, I feel like for the majority of you, this is something that's probably already happened, because we do have the Ten of Swords here, right? So in no particular order, just kind of giving it a quick overview of what I see. Then I'll go through all the cards. Is the Ten of Swords, which is essentially an ending. So it could have been a painful ending. A literal painful ending. It could have been a betrayal. Someone, backstabbed you, that kind of thing. Or it could just be the end of something. It doesn't always have to be a betrayal or some crazy thing. It could just be, hey, a relationship is done, came to its end. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which is, hey, this situation was no longer fulfilling, was no longer in alignment with me, and it's time to leave. It's time to walk away from this. And what's interesting is we have the Eight of Cups here. This person is walking away. Now it's nighttime. It's interesting. So this person is walking in the night. It's nighttime out, and they're walking out, going on this journey, and they're kind of facing or walking towards the Moon card here. And if you look on the Moon card, it's like the path that this person here is on expands. It's like this is the road that this person is about to set out on, and they're just going out throughout the night, and they're going down this road. But it's nighttime, so it's not really clear what lies ahead. There's not a whole lot of clarity about, what's to come. But what you do know is that it's time to move on, because we have the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck as well. So we have two cards showing moving on from something, right? And so the Eight of Cups is like moving on from something unfulfilling, and the Six of Swords is moving on from something that brought some degree of stress, turmoil, or disconnection, right? Because things that don't create peace in our lives, basically. And then now you're moving towards something, or away from. It could be either or. We have the Three of Cups, which is you're either moving towards a celebration or reunion with somebody, or this was you leaving behind kind of like a superficial, or kind of like maybe a lifestyle that you've outgrown. If you were dating multiple people, or you were just tired of superficial relationships, or maybe somebody that you reunited with that you thought, hey, this is worth exploring. This person came back, we gave it a try, and it didn't work out because underneath that it led to the Four of Cups. So you went from the Three, and then it graduated to the Four. And so something that this, the celebration, the excitement, the enthusiasm that you may have thought that this was, you realized with the Four of Cups ended up not being what you thought it was going to be. It didn't turn out the way that you thought it was going to turn out. So as a result, there was this ending. You decided you needed to walk away, right? And I know I'm reading these cards kind of in reverse. Like instead of starting here, working left to right, I kind of started over here, because that's just where the for me, it made the most sense based on the energy of your reading. It made sense to start there. And so, because in a sense, if you look at the Ten of Swords is almost like a barrier or a wall, like drawing a line in the sand. And it's standing between this new stuff, because you have an Ace of Pentacles, which is a solid, stable, new beginning, new opportunity. Eight of Pentacles, working towards something, mastering something really good that's about to come from applying this, you're applying effort to something, basically. And then you have an Ace of Cups, which is new love opportunities. And then you have yourself. Here you are, the King of Swords, male or female, doesn't matter. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. So here you are showing up in your own reading. But again, what's interesting is you have this Ten of Swords. So this is almost like a blockade. It's like saying, you can't, it's almost like a door. That's a better way to explain it. This is almost like a door or a gate that's come down, closing you off from the past, right? It's like you can't go back this way anymore. It's done. That gate has been closed, right? Or it's like, I don't know, this is a really cheesy example, but it's almost like when you play a video game and you're going through, you complete a level. Well, when you complete that level, the only way to go back and replay it is either you have to start the game entirely over again, and you have to go work your way back to get back to that specific spot. And of course it depends on the game you're playing, I know, but I'm just giving an example here. Or, in some cases, I get it, you can save your game and reload it. But in this, like back in the day before all of that was possible, like, Atari and Nintendo, like before you could save your game and things like that. It's like you got to the end of a level, you couldn't go back. You just had to keep playing. It's like, hey, when you get to level 3, you have to play level 3. You can't go back to level 2 or level 1 unless you start the whole game over again, right? Which wasn't worth doing. So in a sense, this is like the end of this level, or the end of this. It's a situation that's done. There's no going back. The gate has closed. This path has been closed off to you. So now the only way forward, the only way you can go is forward. And even though moving forward seems very unclear and very uncertain, right? You're not sure. You're not sure where this road is going to take you right now. But you know that you're better off. It's better to just start walking than to stay where you are. Because you can't, because the only place, if you stay put, it's not going to change anything, because what's done is done. And this is where you'd have to stay. You'd have to just sit here, like by this gate, this Ten of Swords. You're just sitting here, almost like looking out through a prison cell. It's like, well, I can't get out. I can't go that way. That path is closed. So you just, so where can I go? Well, turn around and you'll see that you can go this way. Well, what's that way? That way, there's a path. Keep going. Eventually, you'll keep going and you'll find your way to this boat, and you'll be able to get on this boat with this guy, and this guy will take you to a much better place, right? There's a journey. And as you move, as you finish, quote unquote, you finish this level, you're at the end of this level, you start on a new level. Going back to the video game analogy. Well, here you are starting the new level. And what's here? You have a new opportunity, a solid, stable new opportunity. You have the Ace of Cups as well, a new love opportunity. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles, right? In between these two cards. So what this is telling me that two things. The first thing is you need to apply what you've learned so that these two things will be all that they can be for you, right? So it's almost kind of like, what's a good example? If you have the ability to, I don't know, let's say you went to a trivia game, right? You go somewhere and they're having trivia night, and let's say that there's an award. It's like, if you win trivia, we're going to give away $1,000 to the winner of trivia. And you're in a room with 100 people, right? And it's an open trivia. And so if you're really smart and you're like, man, I think, I haven't really played trivia a lot, but I do know a lot of things. It's like, well, you have to apply your knowledge. It's like, well, you have to participate in the game to be able to apply the knowledge that you have to win the trivia, right? But you have to make a decision. You have to commit, like this guy in the Eight of Pentacles. It's committing to the process. When this guy starts building, he's working on this pentacle. He's already completed all these on the wall, but he's currently working on the one that's on the bench. Well, once he started the project, he's committed. He's like, I'm going to finish what I've started. And so the universe is trying to tell you is like, you need to apply what you've learned and then commit moving forward. Don't half-ass things. Don't, and the reason that this is important to know is because of the moon. The uncertainty. It's like, well, I'm not really sure because you don't have all the details. You don't have all the knowledge. You don't know what's going to happen next. You don't have certainty. There's just, in other words, you're going to, for the time being, at least for the next 30 days, because that's what this reading is for, you're going to have to walk by faith more than walking by sight, right? That's a verse from the Bible, because it's very dark. The moon illuminates a little bit of the path out in front of you. You can't see very far out in front of you. Your depth perception, the distance, right, is not as far. You can't see as far at night as you can during the daytime, even if the moon is really, really, really bright, right? And there's times where the moon's extremely bright and it lights everything up, but it's still not the same as the sun, right? You can't see as far, even when the moon is full and bright, as you can during daylight. It's just not the same. So that's what this is saying, is like, you can see somewhat ahead. You have some sense of, okay, I have some knowledge. I understand some things, but for the most part, you're going to have to walk by faith. You're going to have to just walk in faith, not rely upon, knowing what's going to happen and having a whole lot of information. You're going to have to rely upon yourself. 8 of Pentacles. You're going to have to trust your skills, your abilities. You're going to have to trust what you've learned. Each one of these pentacles is almost like a medal for completing levels just like this before. In other words, this pentacle here at the top, that was a situation and circumstance where you went through something like this and you learned from it. And then the next pentacle down, you went through the second one right here. You went through another situation. You learned from that. And that gave you more experience in life and relationships. And then you got another medal, then another medal, then another medal, then another medal. And this one here that's on the table is the one that you got from this, right? And so here comes the new opportunity. You've been awarded the medal. Here's the medal that you got from what you just went through, but here comes the new opportunity, right? And this opportunity is saying, hey, what's attached to this solid, stable, new gift, this new medal, this new accomplishment, this new achievement that you've unlocked? Again, sticking with the video game reference, achievement unlocked, is the Ace of Cups. You have new love coming towards you here. But the past is done. You can't go back. It's going to be uncertain as you move forward. You're not going to really know. You're not going to know what really to expect. You're going to have to trust you. This whole reading, I could sum her up, is about you guys trusting you. Learn to trust yourself. Trust what you've learned and take action. Effort is required. Yes, you just achieved this. Yes, you built this. Yes, you created this Ace of Pentacles, but you can't, it's not time to stop putting forth the effort as you move forward, right? Because effort's going to be required to fully bring in these two great opportunities here. And rely on what you know. Rely on what you've learned. That's why you're showing up in your own reading. Here you are, the King of Swords, right? The King of Knowledge, the King of Intellect, the King of Knowledge, the King of Wisdom. You have that sword for a reason, which again is the Ace of Swords. So technically, you have 3 aces. The Ace of Swords is implied by what the King of Swords is holding. He's holding the Ace of Swords, which is the sword of truth, which is victory, which is knowledge, wisdom, revelation, insights, right? So it's saying as you lean on what you know, you apply what you know, you have a solid, stable opportunity coming towards you, and you will have new love. But the past is done. Whatever you're walking away from, whatever this situation is, that's done. And as you move forward, there is going to be a little unsettling, a little bit of uncertainty, but keep going, keep moving, don't stop, and apply your effort, and you're going to walk into something awesome. The Ace of Pentacles is solid, stable, and the Ace of Cups is love. Okay, so really, really, really good message there. So let me take a look at your money and career really quick. Just going to get 3 cards here. It's nothing fancy. The cards, they say what they say. I'm basically just going to read what the cards say. So for those of you that just want a quick little career check-in here, this card says freedom. I'll show you the card and I'll read it to you in just a second here. We have good luck. Feathers or 4-leaf clovers may be relevant to you. The 4-leaf clover actually reminds me of Tony Robbins' hat. He's got the lucky hat. It's got the 4-leaf clover on it. And then wealth. That's pretty, that's pretty gangster right there. So let's start here. This card says freedom. You need to have more flexibility with your schedule and income. Being self-employed is ideal. Time off will help you get clear. And again, for those of you looking for synchronicities, feathers might be important. Then we have good luck. This card says, your fortune is improving and you will get a lucky break soon. Collect nuggets of wisdom, Ace of Swords. You will need them in the near future. And then wealth. You are working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Keep investing in yourself and look into long-term career and planning. And so everything about that card is tied right there to the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles there. So really, these two cards are also, backing up, this career, this short little career thing. So hopefully this made sense to you guys. I know that there's a little bit of uncertainty there with the moon. So it's like the universe is keeping a little bit of, it's keeping some of the information secret, like the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. There's a little bit of like, what's that? Who's that going to be? What's that going to turn out like, And right now it's not being fully revealed to you because the universe wants you to rely upon yourself to learn something here. It's not just going to hand it to you in full detail because there's something a little bit more here for you to learn by learning to trust yourself is what I feel. But with that being said, hopefully some of this resonated with some of you. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. All the other information is in the description box below. And as always, my friends,
I'm not a bloody psychic.